Hi everybody, Anthony Morton's Training Academy. Today is about old school, and there's a lot of things about old school that we should try to keep alive, okay? And I say try to keep alive. There's so many things that as the older generation, we would work hard, okay? We would try to support our families. We would try to, protect our families anytime anything happened. We would help our community. If somebody down the road needed some help, maybe cutting wood or whatever, we would go and we would help them out. Now, that is old school, okay? Now, the other thing with old school is thinking about a boxer, an old school boxer. Now, on old school boxers, a lot of times our shoulders are up. Why is our shoulders up? They're up so that we can protect. If I feed a jab, my shoulder is up so it protects my chin. My chin is against my arm here so that when I feed that jab, my chin is protected. Okay, so I throw that jab here. This hand is up to cover. My shoulders are up, so this is what is called shrugging. So I will shrug here. Now, that also, if somebody throws a punch, I can shrug here and it will deflect that punch. Now, that's throwing a jab. If I fire here, okay, you see how my head's in this little pocket here? Now my head's protected, okay? That's old school, okay? Now when I throw the cross, the jab comes straight back, the cross comes through. Again, my chin is against that arm. That's old school boxing. And even on the hook, when I'm here, my shoulders will come up and I pivot and I throw that hook. Okay? That is old school. So anytime that you're out and you're talking to these older people, be curious. Find out what they did. Your grandparents, your dads, your moms, things that they did. A lot of that is slipping away, and we need to try to keep that alive. Now, something that this is an old Bible. Okay, this is 1860. Okay, 1860. The little Barlow knife here is also the same age, okay? 1800s, early 1900s. It is still functional. It still has purpose, okay? Still has snaps. See the backbone? And that's 18 to 1900s, and it still works. So this little Bible, I put this little sheath on here because they both go together. They both withstood the test of time. It's all old and faded, but it still has valuable information. Okay? The knife, it still works. You could probably carry this, if you took care of it, you could carry this for the next 100 years. Okay? But taking care of the stuff, making sure that the knowledge out there isn't lost, and especially for you young guys that are treading through life, whatever your hands find to do it with all your might. Okay, and that saying comes out of that little Bible there, which is Ecclesiastes 9:10. So take the stuff that's been handed down to us from years and years. There's been so much stuff that's, it's always been about, God, country, and family. And try to think about those things on that jab coming out, okay? It's old school, okay? God, country, family, it's old school. And that's what we should stand for. Try not to be distracted. Try to keep concentrating on the good that's out there. And, it's like my shop. I've got a ton of old tools in there. old table saw. My table saw is 1965 Dar James. It was built in Portland. It's a 14-inch table saw. That means the blade is 14-inch. It's a cabinet saw. I've rebuilt it, and you know, and that's the cool thing about old tools. You can rebuild them, and they're better than the tools that you buy nowadays. And so, but anyway, think about old school, okay? And that saying old school is about everything that we do, how we deal with people, how we work on tools, how we go to work every day. And so keep that in mind as you're out and about today. Maybe one little thing will, you know, register with you, and you'll go, huh, you know, these old people, they're dying off. All that knowledge is gone, you know. It's like, you know, all the years that I spent with C. Joe James DeMille, that 9 years of almost every day with him, I look back down and I go, wow, I wish I'd had more time to spend with him. You know, because he taught me so much about old school, which was Bruce Lee, okay? So many things that Bruce was doing that now I look back and I go, wow. I recorded a lot of stuff and notes and stuff that C. Joe told me over the years, but there was still so much more, you know. So guys, get curious and find out stuff, okay? And let that kind of be your guide through life, and go, okay, what is out there? Instead of always spending the time on your phone, always spending time in front of the computer, always spending time in front of the TV, get out there and make things happen, okay? Find out what you're good at and get good at it. Thank you, guys.